Well, you must have read the title of this video, which says crushed. Crushing only happens when something beautiful is gonna happen in your life. By crushing, I mean when you are defeated in life. Well, you'd ask me that if I am crushed in life, then how would you see something beautiful in your life? I'll explain to you how crushing will help you to see the wonderful things of this world, to see the beautiful things of this world, to see success in this world, to see happiness in this world, to see joy in this world. Crushing is the stepping stone towards success. You know, when a wine is made, the grapes are crushed and then only it becomes a wine. First the grapes are crushed and then it becomes the wine. That tasty wine. A sugarcane juice is made out of sugarcane by pressing it in the machine, and only then you can taste that sugarcane, that sweet sugarcane juice. You know, when an eagle gives birth to a baby, after some time pushes her child out of the nest. I mean, the eagle pushes that eaglet out of the nest after some time, not to harm her child, not to harm that eaglet, not to harm her baby, but to make that child learn how to fly, how to soar in life. Because until and unless that eagle pushes the child out of the nest, mother eagle knows that the child will never be able to learn how to fly, how to soar. The act of that eagle pushing a child out of that nest is crushing for that child, for that baby, for that eaglet. Similarly, in our life, God crushes us so that we can learn how to fly in our life, how to see success in our life. Crushing is the process and your success is the promise. So, if you want to experience promise in your life, be ready to get crushed at this point in time, because crushing will help you to move forward in your life at this point in time when Rahu is in the Revati Nakshatra from the 29th of November 2023 until 8th of July 2024. At this point in time, you wouldn't know what is happening in your life. You will be in a limbo at this point in time. You will remain confused about this or that. You will not be able to understand what's happening in your life, because all sorts of weird things, bizarre things will happen in your life which you will not be able to comprehend. Most of your plans are gonna get disrupted at this point in time. You may go through certain things in your life which may compel you to take a backseat at this point in time. Well, the more the crushing, the more the blessing. There is a blessing and a lesson in every crushing. So if you are crushed at this point in time by life, don't get perturbed, don't get disturbed, because whatever is happening in your life is happening for your good. Well, if you don't go through the crushing, you will never become a wine. In other words, if that grapes are not crushed, that wine wouldn't be made. If you don't go through the problems, the difficulties, the predicaments and ordeals of life, then how you'll be able to manage the things when you reach the top? Just as an example, if you go to the gym and start working out, only then after some time you will be able to lift the weights in that gym. The trainer doesn't give you weights on the first day of your gym. He trains you first. He builds up your muscle first. The trainer makes sure that your muscles are good enough to take that weight, the weight of the dumbbells, etc., etc., etc. So there is a time and a season for every purpose on this planet. You know, whatever you go through in your life, the good, the bad, the ugly, have prepared you for now. If you wouldn't have gone through those bad days, you wouldn't have been able to earn the good days of your life. Only the darkness of the night will help you to understand the value of the day, of the sunrise. If you get something easily in your life, you really sometimes don't value it. In other words, easy come and easy go. As I told you that crushing is the process, and you should go through the process of life at this point in time. You should be ready to get crushed at this point in time, because one thing I need to tell you, that you are gonna become a wine in the future, an expensive, tasty and a valuable wine. You are gonna see a lot of success, a lot of prosperity, a lot of richness in your life after this period from 30th of November 2023 until 5th of July 2024, when Rahu is in the Revati Nakshatra. Well, the problem with many of us today is that we want everything immediately, right now, without working hard, without going through the struggles of life, without doing anything. We want everything on our platter. And that is the blunder some of us make, because we want everything immediately. We want that success for which we haven't been groomed for. It is like the birth of a child before time, before 9 months. The chances of that baby surviving in this world become really less when the baby is born prematurely. So if you are wanting success on your platter without going through the process, without going through the steps, that success is not gonna stay long, because you haven't built that muscle which is needed to carry the weight of that position, that designation, that success which sometimes you get in your life. In other words, you must go through something to get to something. Well, you might face some problems, difficulties, predicaments and ordeals during this time. You might not understand why it's happening to you. You might say, why me, God? But later on in your life, you'll understand that the reason why you went through the fiery furnaces of this world at this point in time, the crushing which takes at this point in time, will prepare you for your future, your bright future. So don't worry about the crushing at this point in time when Rahu is in the Revati Nakshatra. At this point in time, make sure you don't have any fears in your life. You aren't afraid of anything at this point in time. Be bold and aggressive at this point in time. You know, your fear, you being afraid to do a certain thing, can rob you of your destiny. You need to feel the fear and do it anyway at this point in time. Do it broke, do it scared, do it nervous, do it trembling, do it on your wheelchair, do it crying, do it with your tears, do it on your crutches, because you don't want to reach the end of your life and regret that you didn't take a chance in your life. You didn't take a chance on yourself. Things would have been better, brighter for you. You shouldn't have any regrets at the end of your life, thinking that if you had more courage, you could have accomplished what you wanted to accomplish in your life. So at this point in time, be willing to take risks in your life. Well, if you aren't willing to take risks in your life, then you can't grow in your life. And if you can't grow in your life, then you can't become your best in your life. And if you can't become your best in your life, then you can't remain happy in your life. And if you can't remain happy in your life, then what else is there? Because after all of us, all the human beings of this world are working, are doing things to make themselves happy, isn't it? So that fundamental thing to take risks in your life at this point in time should be your priority. As I told you, you have to do things anyhow at this point in time, at this juncture when Rahu is in the Revati Nakshatra. You know, no thing in this life just happens. There is a reason for everything on this planet Earth which is happening to you. Every incident in our life is trying to teach us something. Some of us learn from that experience and some of us don't. Some of us don't understand why things are happening to us. But as I told you that everything happens for a reason. Whatever you are experiencing in the current dimension of your life is preparing you for the next dimension. Well, if you sit on that couch and watch televisions every day, then things are not gonna manifest in your life. Things are not gonna happen in your life. You will have to get up from that couch and start working. And only then you'll be able to see results in your life. Let me also tell you, only prayers won't help you. You will have to work in your life. You know, things will only work for you if you work. Well, if you keep praying the whole day and do nothing about your life, then things are not gonna manifest in your life. That can never happen. Prayer without action is simply wishing. God helps those who help themselves. So, the only person who can help you is you. So be prepared to help yourself at this point in time when Rahu is in the Revati Nakshatra. And don't look for instant gratifications at this point in time. Be prepared for delayed gratifications at this point in time. Nothing good happens in a jiffy. Everything good takes time in life. You must sacrifice your current reward, your current profit, for a bigger profit, a bigger reward, which you will see in the future. And the other thing is that you need to be a player at this point in time, not a spectator. You know, spectators don't get money. They don't get fame. The player on the field gets fame and money. So be ready to be a player at this point in time, not a spectator. Be willing to go on that field and start playing. You must make the world know what you are doing, what you are capable of. You must showcase your talents, your skills, your abilities at this point in time in front of the world. Well, along with working hard, you need to advertise yourself to this world at this point in time. You need to make others know that what you are doing in your life. If you want a job, make sure you send 50 applications every day. I mean to prospective employers. If you are doing a business, make sure that at least 50 people know about your product, about your service. So, advertising yourself, your business, and the things which you are selling at this point in time is of paramount importance. Be willing to persevere at this point in time. Be willing to be persistent at this point in time. Be willing to be consistent at this point in time. By consistent, I mean that even if you aren't seeing any results at this point in time, continue the work which you are doing at this point in time. Don't cut across to another track just because you feel that that track is not leading you to the destination. Don't change your goals and dreams at this point in time, even if you feel that things are not manifesting in your life the way you imagined. Well, if things don't happen the way you imagined it would happen, and if you are a weak person, then you are gonna quit. And quitting simply means that goal is not gonna happen in your life. You are never gonna reach your goals and dreams of your life if you quit. If you turn around midway or stop going towards California, starting from Florida, and if you turn back or you stop proceeding towards California, then you are never gonna reach California in your life. If you start doubting yourself instead of believing in yourself, then you will always think of stopping in that journey towards California. If you say that it's too far, it's too tiring, it's too hard for you to walk towards California, then you will never reach that destination of yours, that goal and dream of yours. You need to be determined about doing things in your life. You must tell yourself that I'll do it or die. This is my only goal of life. This is my only destination of life, and I'm not gonna get discouraged by anything in this world at this point in time when Rahu is in the Revati Nakshatra. Well, you may face a breaking point at this point in time. A breaking point is that stage when a person starts to lose control over a situation. and can no longer deal with the problems and difficulties of that situation and sometimes loses control over himself. You may feel like giving up at this point in time. You may feel that you are feeling too tired at this point in time in your life. Your mind may tell you you won't be able to proceed towards your goals and dreams at this point in time. Well, if you don't learn how to master your breaking point, you may have many ventures in your life, but you will never accrue massive success in your life because you may not have mastered the breaking point. You know, every time life runs you to a breaking point, you will give up. You will say, this is too hard, this is too emotional, this is too stressful, and you are gonna back away. But let me tell you that you cannot become a champion unless you have survived a breaking point. This time when Rahu is in the Revati Nakshatra, you may get a chance to master a breaking point. You need to remain focused at this point in time on your goals and dreams. Well, this is all I wanted to tell you all regarding Rahu in the Revati Nakshatra. Well, like I always say, that if you wish to know your future through astrology and you are determined to live the best possible version of yourself, well, one must always try to live his or her best version of themselves because there is only one life to live. There are no duplicates of a life. You will never get a chance to live this beautiful life once again. And if you want to enhance your luck in your life, if you want to boost your luck in your life, if you want to increase and improve your luck in your life, then I want to tell you all, I have several remedies for you. You know, these remedies which I am talking about are a fusion of astrological remedies, Vastu remedies and religious remedies, which can be utilized by any person of any religion. And if you want me to pray for you, because prayer can move mountains. So if you want me to pray for your health, wealth, success, money, business, career, job, relationships, love relationships, marriage, married life, children, property, education, etc., 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 then also you may contact me. You may also contact me for a Vastu instrument. This one instrument can solve all your Vastu problems of your house, factory, office, or home. And if you are hell-bent on taking your life from the ridiculous to the sublime, from the low point to the high point, from nothing to something, then you may contact me over WhatsApp. My WhatsApp number has been given on this video. Have a great day and a great life ahead. God bless y'all. Jai Mata Di. जय मां काली।